Hello, drummers. Drum teacher, Tim Connolly here today, going live. Starting to get into this whole going live thing. Like I said in my other videos, it reminds me of performing live because there's no retakes. You just gotta do what you gotta do. One of the things I gotta do is enjoy my coffee here. One of my drum students generously gave me this cup, which says, "This is what an awesome drum teacher looks like." So thank you very much, Julian. I enjoy to have my coffee in the morning. And I don't normally do these videos in the morning, but today I thought, hey, let's do it. And I'm just getting myself set up on here so that I can answer any questions and whatnot if necessary. Turn the volume down too so I don't hear myself. Oh, it's already down. Terrific. All right, so I can take any questions. Anybody's got any questions at any time, we are ready to rock. If you notice the title, we're dealing with a halftime shuffle today. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to break it down, simplify it, and build it up, add some ghost notes. We're going to dip into Rosanna probably. Maybe we'll dip into some Zeppelin. And we'll see, depending on how much time, because I don't like to spend too much time doing the live, but we will, we'll try and see what we can get to here today. First of all, let's talk about the shuffle itself and how important it is. You've got two ways that you can, write out this shuffle, which is a dotted 8th note, 16th note pattern, or a triplet pattern with the middle triplet missing. And basically it sounds like this, okay? So I'm playing triplets in my left hand. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. The right hand, doing a shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so all right. So that is the basic premise of it. I'm going to go from a triplet perspective instead of the dotted 8th perspective today. And with the triplets, I'm trying to get my mic set here, because I know this isn't the greatest mic, and I do know that if I'm not right up against it, it doesn't sound that great. The sound is not that great. Now, unfortunately, fortunately, I do have another mic, one of those clip-on mics, Rhodes, I think it is. You can't use it with the drums. It overpowers. This mic is fine with the drums. You can play the drums. It doesn't overpower this particular mic. But the clip-on mic, even with, up high, it gets overpowered and it's just too much feedback and whatever you want to call it. It just sounds terrible. So I try to get the best sound that I can for my audience, and today this is the best we're coming up with for today. So let's just get that shuffle going. So counting it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 triplet with the triplet feel. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Remove the middle triplet, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let 1, let 2, let 3, let 4. Okay, so that's the first thing you've got to nail down, is that shuffle. Now, the mistake that everybody makes, young drummers, and when I say young drummers, by the way, I'm not talking about age. I'm talking about anyone that's, just learning on the instrument, a beginner. You could be 50 years old. You could be 5 years old. If you're a beginner, you're a beginner. So we want to get that shuffle happening and not this. This is the mistake. So I eliminated the shuffle. I straightened it out into eighth notes. Shuffle's got a bounce. It's based on a triplet pulse, as I've mentioned. 1, 2, 3. So you want to get that shuffle nice and defined. And do not do this. Shift it out of the shuffle into the eighth notes. Unless, of course, there's always exceptions in everything in music. The song calls for that. If the song shifts from a shuffle feel to a straight feel, then by all means. But if the song is staying in that shuffle, the mistake that I see a lot of young drummers do is they shift, they lose the shuffle feel, and they shift into those eighth notes. So for our purposes today, we are not going to shift into the eighth notes. We're going to try and keep that shuffle going. Okay, so let's add the bass and snare. I call it the boots and cats of the shuffle. So the bass is boots, snare is cats. Bass on 1 and 3, snare on 2 and 4. Let's check that out. Now, that's straight time. That is not, or shuffle time. That is not half time. Half time is when we cut the beat in half. So here's regular time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half time cuts that in half. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it gives an illusion of speeding up and slowing down. Now, I'm not playing with a click here, so I'm trying to keep it pretty, stable as well as I can in the heat of the moment. It's live, people. Like I said, it is live. So, you've got this element of trickery, musical trickery that goes on, okay? Now, you're still keeping the time at the same tempo if you're keeping this at the same tempo. So the goal is, when you're playing this and you're doing the switch, is to try and keep the hi-hat at the same tempo. That way, you're not going to speed up and slow down dramatically. You might speed up and slow down a little bit. We are human, but not dramatically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so that's the foundation of the shuffle. Play it on the ride. Whenever I play this foundational shuffle groove on the ride, I always, actually, not just this groove, any groove, I always add the hi-hat. That's another thing. I got to do another video about that. And that is adding the hi-hat to all your fills and grooves and whatever. As soon as if you're doing this, you got to get that hi-hat in gear. Now, there's many things you can do with the hi-hat. Like I said, that's a whole other lesson. For our purposes today, I'm probably just going to stick to the quarter note so you can feel the time, even while I'm playing the shuffle. So, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So even though I got this halftime thing going on between the snare and the bass, I'm laying down the time on the hat, quarter notes, and I'm also laying down the time by playing the shuffle. So the shuffle played on the ride and the hat look and sound like this. Sorry. One, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's the foundational groove. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, lots of songs just have this. Goo Goo Dolls. I think it's Iris. This is the groove. Or maybe it's straight. I can't remember. But yeah, it's still a halftime feel. I don't think it's a shuffle, actually. I think it's a straight feel. But the point I'm trying to make is that it's a simple groove, right? Okay, so let's add an extra bass drum in there. One and two. Now, the other thing that you have to take note here is anytime you're playing a shuffle, you're automatically swinging because you're playing triplets. So it kicks you into a swing feel. So the bass drum's got to swing too. So now I'm playing 1 3 1 Sorry, I would be playing 1 3 if I was playing it straight. In the halftime feel, you're just playing 1 Okay? Now, let's do the bass drum after the snare. Into the 1. So we got at the front end of the groove, and we got into the back end of the groove leading into the downbeat on 1. Let's combine them. So what I did there was I did a few examples of the front end, the back end combination, and then I added an extra note. I added another 8th note in there. That push feel leading into the snare. So it's on the of 2, pushing into beat 3. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So there's so many different things that we can do, with the bass drum, but the bass drum's got to shuffle. That is a big part of this whole thing, is the bass drum shuffling. We're going to also hit the snare drum here as well. The tom, ride, snare, hat, cymbals, whatever you're playing in this field, it's all got to shuffle. It's all got to swing. And we all got to drink coffee. As drummers, we got to drink coffee. Drink coffee and drum, as Andrew. Coffee and drums, that's what Andrew Rooney would say. Speaking of Andrew Rooney, for those of you who don't know him, check him out. He's an awesome New Zealand drummer and YouTuber. He does a lot of reaction videos. I think he's the top guy, probably, for drum reactions. I mean, I do drum reactions, but I was influenced by Steve, Junk Drummer. He was my main inspiration. And then after Steve, I found Andrew. And then there was a bunch of other guys that I checked out. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but Andrew and Steve were the two main reactionary drummers that I really, really liked, and I like their stuff. I am going to be interviewing Andrew this Wednesday. So today's Monday. So Wednesday evening, I'm going to interview him. I'm going to try to get it out Wednesday evening. We'll see. Maybe not. If not, it'll be Thursday morning. So look for that. I did a little post about the fact that Andrew is going to be getting interviewed. It'll be a lot of fun. He's from New Zealand, Canadian and New Zealand drummers chatting it up. I'm going to do a little bit different thing with this, though. I think I'm going to do, it's not just literally me interviewing him. It's going to be a little bit of back and forth. We'll both add our commentary, and, I'll throw a topic out there, and then maybe we'll discuss it, and maybe Andrew will do the same. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be live as well. I'm really not going to edit anything. I'm just going to put it on Zoom, record it, and put it on YouTube. It's an interview. I don't like interviews edited. I want to see what the guy that I'm talking to and my responses as well in the heat of the moment. Because again, it's all boils down to that whole live thing. That's why I'm here today doing this live thing. All right, let's do a little bit of the snare and then I'll talk about it. All right, so there's a lot of things going on there. There was some, straight ahead snare hits. Then there was some ghost notes and whatever. I'm going to give you an exercise to develop your ghost notes quickly. For those of you, again, not everybody's a pro drummer here. So ghost notes is referring to the fact that I'm playing quieter notes against louder notes. So usually the louder notes are on the backbeat. In this case, on beat 3 being a halftime feel. And the ghost notes are in between. So here's the exercise that I developed. So you're going to go. Now you're playing all the fill-in triplets. Remember how at the beginning of the video I said that you're skipping the middle triplet? Well, now you're going to throw it in the snare drum and it becomes part of the groove. So it becomes 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So this becomes 1 trip and then, of course, the let. Carry on from there. 1 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. You can also count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a little quicker. Just getting used to playing low. Now, when I'm playing low, this is what I'm doing. people say to me, wow, you know, you have incredible control with those ghost notes. So I'm doing quiet. Another thing I do is I play quiet. I play slightly off the center. Then when I hit the backbeat, I hit it in the middle. So I'm over to the left off center. Then when I hit the backbeat, go to the center. Dynamically, you want to hear this. So you've got the whole David Garibaldi two-level sound concept, you know? And then, of course, Rosanna. So, I'm not sure if that actually exactly was Rosanna, but my version, my interpretation more of Rosanna. But the ghost note part, that's definitely Rosanna. There we go. That's Rosanna. But I think it's a little faster. Okay, so that's my interpretation of Rosanna. Jeff Beccaro's the only one that can really play that amazingly. That was my attempt. But I you know, you get the idea of getting the two-level sound concept here. Then we got the Bo Diddley drum beat, you know. Now, the other thing is, when you hit that backbeat, you're doing this. There's also a ghost note in after beat 3. A lot of fun to play, and I love those ghost notes, you know. Very important that you're playing them down here. I'm using a molar stroke. For those of you who are unfamiliar with molar, I got tons of videos. I'm your man for molar. I'm using a molar stroke, a whipping stroke, to generate some power. This is low molar. Okay, now This groove, I mean, iconic grooves from this shuffle. I mean, I forgot to mention this. You know, I talked about Bonham and Picaro, but honestly, it comes from Purdy, the Purdy shuffle, right? That's where it originally came from. Is Bernard Purdy, Babylon Kings. Oh man, early '70s. I'm trying to remember exactly. That might have been the song. I think that was the song, but I'm not exactly sure exactly. But anyways, if you can remember the name or you know the exact song that I'm trying to remember, let me know if I got it wrong. So that's basically your halftime shuffle. Oh, the John Bonham thing, right? Okay, let's check that out. Let's see here. Got to remember it. I don't think I'm playing it right. I sort of got it. Yeah, so I sort of got it in there. This is live, people. Yeah, so I sort of got it in there, at least a few bars. You get the idea. I mean, check out the Bonham version of that song. I mean, it's just, or that groove rather, that shuffle. It's just killer the way Bonham plays it. I mean, I can't do it justice compared to him. But we got the idea though for the shuffle. So remember, you can do that shuffle anywhere. That's hard, that hi-hat. Anyways, you get the idea. So I also wanted to tell you about Tim Connolly drums, my merch. I've got a whole new merch store. The link to buy any Tim Connolly drums merch. Now, not everything says Tim Connolly drums. Some of the stuff is just regular drum stuff, but they're all my designs, and I'll put the link in the description and you can check out some cool Tim Connolly merch. I don't actually have any yet. I've ordered some, so I'll be wearing that in future videos so you can actually see what it looks like on somebody. And you know, it's been quite a journey getting that merch and doing the designs. And I mean, I knew nothing at the beginning, and it's one of my students that motivated me to do this, actually. And I've actually gotten pretty good at Canva and doing some decent designs. And my wife designed a few as well, which happened to be the best sellers. No, I thank her very much. She's very, very artistic. She's an artist. You know, she's a musician, she's a singer, she's an artist. She speaks 5 languages. She's a very smart lady, much smarter than me. And she was the one that came up with, in my opinion, probably the best designs. But I'm still working on it. Every time I do a design, I'm having fun, and I'm trying to get them out to people so that they can appreciate my love of artwork and design, and of course drumming and music. So check out Tim Connolly Drums on Spreadshirt. link in the description. Thank you very much for coming out today and joining me live. I want to... Whoops, somebody's got a comment. Nope, just a name. No comment. I'm not exactly sure what that comment is. I can't really understand it. So, thank you very much. And as always, keep drumming. See ya.